tweet it out as well. Good that you're watching to the video on demand of The Last of Us Part 2 live reaction. Right now I'm watching an older video. The chat is already here, I saw. So that is great. Kleine witte, nice emotes there you got. I will likely, and this is kind of weird because we're in this weird situation where, right, where the game is of course releasing very soon. The leaks have been out there, and I'm scared that there are people going to be like trolling. So I would also recommend to everyone like not really look at the chat. I totally think that most of the people will likely not be doing that, but there only has to be one person. So I appreciate everyone being there. That's for sure. So I will be like minimizing my... We got some audio by the way as well. I will be minimizing it very soon. One is you have to feel... So we got like, it's over here. It starts in 2 minutes. And they already like removed the like-dislike ratio. I already saw on my stream that people were already like disliking it. Because yeah, it's cool to dislike Last of Us, I guess. So yeah, that is kind of weird. The most the most anticipated game, and everyone is kind of... I'm still very excited about it, and I actually got the game. I gotta be upfront about it. I haven't played it yet though. Otherwise, it would be very weird, right? Hey Ryan, thanks for joining. Jordy, Streaks, Joyce as well, Martian, Gut, and a lot of people, of course, on YouTube as well. Thank you, appreciate you all. So yeah, let's wait. It should start in like 60 seconds. I will minimize myself a little bit. And then we should be good. But in the meantime, we can like watch the latest
survival. Survive by the skin of my teeth. How do I use all the scrap around me? Any kind of bullet, any kind of rag, any
we'll be
kind
adjusting
of
the audio and stuff like that.
How do we give you that sense of being a survivor in this world?
A stream or a tweet. The impact sounds really very good. Very good.
Ellie is very small compared to Joel and more nimble. How do we make you feel like you're not the strongest person in the room, but you still should be able to rise to the challenge and survive? You know, a fight with a bunch of people that are all bigger than you. So therefore, it meant creating a character and systems and mechanics that allow you to be much more nimble.
Thanks for the donation there. Hey, Jor, love your videos, usually for keeping me informed on upcoming game consoles. Thanks, Isaac. I really appreciate you, man. We got also Mentodo Power.
Not really
your
jumping.
most anticipated games. Lee killed it.
And here, Ellie can jump. The combat scenarios
that's why I'm kind of
vertical,
scared to. And that sucks. I'm so excited for this game. I did see some things, but not like huge things. And I really hope that this state of play is going to show us that even if you already know the story, it's still exciting, right? The game is so much more. Like, if I think back about the first Last of Us, the giraffe moment, like, they are not spoiling that, and that's still like an awesome moment to have. So, yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, I get why, like, this is a super story-heavy game. Like, every Naughty Dog game, it sucks if it gets leaked. But I still think it's going to be great. And I will have a review up on June 12th. So, tune in for that, if you want. And thanks, everyone, for the kind words. Thanks for BZ also for joining, a member. Hey, we are going to start. I love how they also, like, do this. So we can kind of prepare it already. What time does it start? Well, here we are. So yeah, that's also like a thing. And by the way, if it's like too loud or something, let me know. I'm going to already make myself smaller with the power of OBS. I'm gonna remove. So I'll be very small. And if people are like following, people will still see it. But yeah, so what will happen during this stream is it will be like mostly an overview of the game, likely with gameplay we already saw, and then at the end of it, it will be 8 minutes of new gameplay. And remember, this game should be very big, like it should be double the size of the first Last of Us. First Last of Us was like 12 hours, I think, to complete, kind of casually going through it. So this would be like 20 hour plus. So showing 8 minutes of new gameplay, don't think that that's really like a big of a spoiler. Greetings from Miami, hey. Thanks for joining. Miami, I've never been there, but I've been to the US before, but Miami is still on the list for sure. Timon with the hype emote, appreciate that. You got Insta, brother. Yeah, JorRaptor. That's the best part about like coming up with your own name that nobody else got. Everything is JorRaptor. I'm not sure if TikTok is JorRaptor. Did someone already grab that? Antonio, Timon, everyone is hyping it up. I'm excited. I'm very, very curious to see more. I want to see more about the open nature of the game. The game should be like way bigger in terms of like not really that linear, but more like open spaces as well. I'm really curious if there will be like side quests. Are there side quests in this game? I think it might be possible. Thanks, Redemption Sauce. Congratulations on the review copy. Yeah, can't wait to play. I will play after this stream, but first I'm on the same level as everyone else.
You wish things were different.
Okay. I think we already saw this trailer, but still. If I need to lower or up the volume, let me know. No, I did not already play it. That would be weird, right? To sit here. Whoa, the quality is really bad.
I wish things were different.
Okay, it's better.
Ellie!
No, I did not already play it. That would be weird to see it here like, oh man, what a surprise. And then... No, I will start after this stream. I wanted to go in blind. Do this live reaction first. I actually got the game today, so... My real name is Jordan. JorRaptor. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's interesting how this trailer showed way more of Joel already. While before that, it was always like, is he dead? Is he... What is going on with Joel?
We be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You have to fake reactions, lol. Actually, for the Assassin's Creed Valhalla reveal, I had to fake reactions. I already saw the trailer before the reveal stream. But yeah.
I want what you want.
Sometimes that's part of it. It's actually challenging.
But not at any cost.
I already had an interview with Ashraf before that stream. And now it gets brutal. I really hope you make it. Like really, without any context, we don't know what's going on. But likely when you're playing it, you're like, whoa, did they already show that? Adios, message. Oh, nice, Infinity.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Hey guys, my name is Neil Druckmann.
I'm Neil Druckmann,
hey.
Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands.
Wow.
The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience,
Red Dead Redemption.
especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well. Because of these extraordinary circumstances, we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before.
Wow. The reveal trailer, I love this.
Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence.
8 minutes.
You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Yeah, we will. I'm not going anywhere. Thanks for the sub there, Lazy Batman. Appreciate you.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away.
This
They
is
were
from the
actually
first
going to
game.
make a cure.
Love how they redid it.
The only
Looks
catch.
amazing.
It would kill her.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game.
Several years.
Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability.
I also hope
Ellie
you
is
can,
now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
like do some
Scale
side
of 1
content
to
there as
10.
well. In that
How would you rate our kiss from last night?
That was the E3 2019 trailer, if
However,
I remember correctly.
This peace is short-lived.
Oh.
Jackson
No,
and Ellie
2018.
suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice.
It
Her
is
journey
early
will
in the
take her
game,
to
but
new
I'm
parts of
already
the
like,
country,
okay,
previously
I don't know,
unexplored in
man.
The Last of Us.
Do I want to see this?
The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine.
Looks great. Looks
Our
great.
goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but
Bigger.
feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible. Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it.
Wow. Already
The
quite a lot
city
of new
exhibits
footage.
drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats.
Jump button.
Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives. These
The
more
rope
open
is the new
environments
gra-
also create new strategic considerations in combat,
Every game is a rope.
whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely. The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created.
Yeah, cool. Horse.
Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains.
I really
Some
like that
streets are
approach.
so flooded that a boat is required to
Whoa.
navigate them. However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly.
Sure, there will be many secrets as
As
well.
Ellie
but
uncovers
it's
the
pretty
path
cool.
to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone,
Pandemic.
Seattle has become a war zone.
Hits
where
hard,
two
man.
warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF. The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey!
And these dogs should be very deadly.
Girl, did you see her?
Love that. The interaction between the enemies.
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites, or Scars, defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces. Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Clip her wings.
Paris Games Week trailer, of course.
But beyond this conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its
Whoa.
knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected.
New enemy factions, so
There
that's
are the
pretty
recently
cool.
infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustules.
Even more nasty.
Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims. But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
Okay, thank you guys. I was like, yeah, you don't have to spoil anything. But doesn't sound good though.
Overcoming these threats will require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
Yeah, these dogs should be.
Let's get in there.
The AI, like,
The WLF patrol the
improvements are
streets of
really,
Seattle
really
with
awesome.
guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover.
You think this guy's connected to the
They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail.
I hear their
So
nose,
keep
like,
moving
constantly.
and cause distractions to avoid detection.
They could be hiding anywhere.
25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight.
That's another
However,
like
this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden.
first
If enemies
party
get close
game
enough, they can
feature.
discover you,
Tall,
even in grass.
tall grass. Every
When Ellie
Sony
is
game has
overwhelmed,
tall grass.
running away is a viable option. You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies. In any given combat situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage.
Oh, that's nice.
If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies.
Dodge
She can
button.
sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and create opportunities to counterattack. You can use throwable items or well-placed shots to stun enemies before dealing a killing blow. Or
Oh,
using them as a
feed.
shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Oh man.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey. Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
It's still all very early in the game, I think. He's also, of course, part of the camp. We saw him in the E3 2018 trailer as well.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities.
Play this game with headphones at night. I think you,
can
got a
choose
horror
whether to
game
attack
right
these
there.
opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other.
That should actually be cool for the PS5 version, like to have 3D audio in this game. I think that would be awesome.
Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
Especially with these dogs. I totally did not miss the sounds of those clickers. Oh. Love the red light though.
Our goal is to create unparalleled attention, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey.
Yeah, we already saw stuff
As you
like
play,
this.
you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging
It's
for
way
ingredients.
deeper though.
These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience.
Yeah, this
We also
the
wanted to
animations
extend
in
that
this
agency and
are
personalization to your
insane.
weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes. All
Like,
of which are
normally it's
visualized
just
and
like
become part of your character.
A menu without animations of the character, like actually putting things on the weapon, and here they're like going crazy. It's insane.
Survival will also require using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment,
Oh.
which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
Come on, do that headshot. That's already new gameplay, I think. Boom.
All of
Nice.
these gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey.
I like how they focus on the gameplay with this. Like, I don't need to know anything about the story, but the new gameplay system's like, sure.
As we've
tell
said
me about
before,
it.
this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
We're close. Almost
Until
3 more
then,
weeks.
here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay.
Okay, 8 minutes.
Enjoy.
New, never been seen before gameplay. Likely still early in the game. Is this Seattle? Yeah, it looks like it. Better than Valhalla gameplay. We still don't have, we haven't seen Valhalla gameplay yet.
Find her yet?
Shit.
Escape while no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
Nice.
Escape. What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, she learned finally how to swim. Oh man. Those sections. Yeah, the grappling hook. Like the rope she used in the previous section as well. Oh. Can we use weapons in water? Likely not. I don't like scary games, although this looks good. I still think you, even if you don't like scary games, I still think it's worth it. I'm also not a horror fan. What is Vida?
Little girl named Nora.
Vida lives.
Where is she?
In the hospital.
What is that beta raider on the Vida or
They're clearing out
something?
the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Oh, I'm not ready for this. All those skills look so, like, personal or something. Pick up the Vita, please. Sounds like Beta Raider or something. Or is the PSP? I thought it was a Vita because it had the like touch.
Boats away. Word is we're
Yeah,
almost
take the
wrapped up.
Vita as well. I would take it, like free Vita.
Got my girl waiting for him.
Although
You shitting me?
the battery will last for like 2 hours, and yeah, can you charge in this world? I'm not sure.
I bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm
Please
telling
let
you,
that be a collectible. Like Vitas in the world
these ships
being
so much
collectibles, that would be
easier.
awesome.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
Hope that's our guys executing those freaks.
I love the more open areas.
You hear why we're all getting called up to the
Oh,
I heard that Isaac wants us to retake all of downtown.
I heard we might take the fight to them.
gotta be honest with you, like
Not after what went down last
the sort of
time.
gunplay sounds
Isaac is
like
not
looks a lot
crazy.
like Days Gone, but this sounds
I
and the
heard.
impact is way better. Okay, stealth takedown, you can do it. Oh, you me shield?
All right, calm down.
I love his reaction, like, alright, calm down. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm going to play without audio. I think it will be a more pleasant experience. What did she call his name? Like Charlie or something? Oh man. Like that is awesome. Like sure, the game looks awesome and we're gonna watch it in 4K like after this because during the State of Plays, like the live streams, we can only watch it 1080p. I wanna watch some parts in 4K after this. But The AI part is actually one of the most exciting parts for me so far. Really haven't seen that. Oh, that sound of that crying dog. Oh man, I have to be mentally prepared for this. It's been like 7 years as well since the first game, of course. Yeah, this game will be too much to handle on with your feet fire. I'm still excited though. But I think you just have to get over it, and then you will get back into that state. But like watching this, like there's a difference between violent games where you're like killing NPCs that are kind of meaningless, and violent games where every NPC looks more like a living beast. This must be another QA tester like we saw in the state of play from Ghost of Tsushima. Headshots everywhere. Yeah, remove the cap.
I'll go check it out. I got you covered.
Okay, that I'll go check it out is very typical language. Ooh.
Look out! No, over here! Drop her now, crook! Asshole!
Yeah, this is a pretty good player. Hey. Okay, this again reminds me of Days Gone. Grabbing the nearby baseball bat or a spike bat and hitting everyone. But like in Days Gone, at one point you were like, wait, I already killed this person like 10 times because all the bandits kind of look the same. I'm sure it will be like that in this game as well, you would think, but it's also something that Naughty Dog would really improve. Can't wait to 100% this game. I get you. I'm curious if the platinum will be as challenging as for the previous game. Like really, I finished The Last of Us 1 and I got like 5% of the trophies or something. The environment looks so good, like the attention to detail, like the lantern, like the insects moving away. The hope you need. Why are we back in the hospital? I'm not liking that.
That you, Nora?
Or is it not a hospital? Looks like it. Yeah, that actually opens up quite a lot of possibilities, like climbing. Is that also coming out of a Vita? You would think so, right? It would actually be cool if there's like no stereos. Everyone is using Vitas for their music in this game.
The fuck was Abby here?
You're not stupid.
Good gun
You're gonna
sounds,
tell us
yeah,
where she
insane.
went.
Totally agree.
When Isaac talks to us about
This is just
getting tired of
PS4 gameplay. Imagine this on PS5.
Nora.
Imagine Horizon 2 on
I'm not going
PS5.
down for her, man.
I think it will look better than the Unreal Engine 5 demo. I'm gonna be honest with you. I booted up Horizon like just before this, and I'm still impressed by how good that looks. And again, we will watch some parts of it on in 4K after the stream is over, and you will see the difference. We saw that with Ghost of Tsushima as well. Looked even better. Now it looks kind of blurry in some parts, but I think if you're playing, it looks way better. Why aren't you grabbing that? Okay, that's kind of weird.
Don't scream. Put that shit down. You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
I think that is well, yeah. Horizon 2 will kill me. She cursed a lot. Like, I think if you live in this world for 5 minutes, you're done with everything. If you killed many people and you kill people like it's nothing, then you're fine. You're done. Okay, let's go to 4K because if we already thought that looked beautiful. Switching it. Okay, we're going to enhance it even more.
You know a girl
Like,
named Laura?
look
Sure.
the difference. Oh wow, why did I immediately grab the Vita part? Like, it looks like a Vita now. You see it way more
They're
clear.
clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in
Like,
there.
look at the difference, man. Yeah, this looks insane. Wasn't it May 29th? Yeah, they delayed it. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's grab another part that looks likely very beautiful. Oh, let's just do
Hey,
this.
we get the job done.
Like, it looks way sharper, man.
I bet
Wow.
you do.
And even you're like watching a 1080p stream, but you can still see it. Like, I'm watching
I'm
it on a
telling
4K display,
Data
but
soldier.
I can imagine
Makes
it,
these
it
shifts
still looks
so
way
much
better for you
easier.
as well.
Sure. I'll keep that in
It
mind.
is very gray. I do agree with that. So that is why I was happy to see like the red sort of flare light in the earlier part.
Hey, did you
I
hear
want to go to the part where she's like calling this guy's name who you
All
just shot.
downtown.
I want to hear if she's like
think
saying
we might take
Charlie. I
quite
thought,
the
I thought that was the case.
Oh, no way. Not after what went down
It's
last
very
time.
good.
Even
Okay.
Isaac isn't that crazy.
It's what I heard.
Looks amazing in 4K, yeah, right? I mean, it makes the PS4 Pro immediately. I mean, it's not worth it to get a PS4 Pro now if you're like so close to the PS5, because I think like getting a PS4 Pro now is almost as expensive as getting a PS5 at launch. It's kind of weird, actually. Like here, she's going to kill this guy or girl. Charlene. Something I think she calls her that. Let's like. Is there like a here maybe? Looks great. Wow. Okay, let's maybe look at some of the Seattle parts. Here.
Ellie sets off back into the treacherous
Wow,
outside
like the
world
difference.
in search of retribution and justice.
In my mind though, the
Her
first
journey will
Last
take
of
her
Us
to new
looked like
parts of
this
the
as
country
well, but if you go
previously
back,
unexplored
it
in The Last of
doesn't
Us.
look like that at all.
The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of
Pricing for
Jackson
PS5 has not
to
been
the lush
announced yet.
Pacific Northwest.
Wow.
Each introduces a wide range of exterior and
Charlotte.
interior environments for you to
Charlotte, thanks,
navigate and
everyone.
explore, rendered in meticulous
Still,
detail
I
and
mean,
unprecedented scale
I-
with the latest iteration
That's awesome.
of the Naughty Dog engine.
And I'm curious, like, if you don't like color, like, like every character, so in that like group of NPCs has a name. So likely, if you kill the person who now yells Charlie, like, look at this, wow, then you will hear another name. You would think, right? I really love that. I've never seen that before, so that is very, very cool. I hope that not every character that in the
To the
game
beautiful suburbs
is
and
called
stormy
Charlie.
waterfronts that surround it.
Oh wow.
The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with part 2, we've
this
introduced new
screams
traversal mechanics that
Charlotte.
afford greater exploration
Or I'm
and
saying
ways
Charlie
to
all the time,
navigate
but I
threats.
mean Charlie.
Ellie
Look
is not
at
only able
this.
to climb and jump over gaps,
And the
but she can
skill,
use
like-
ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over
Ropes is
obstacles,
really
allowing
like a
you to
new
discover
trend.
new areas, resources, and side narratives.
We of course saw the rope, the grappling hook as well in
These
Ghost
more
of Tsushima.
open
Will be a
environments
big
also
part there
create
as
new
well.
strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies
Whoa.
or bypass them entirely.
I mean, but I still like see that it's a
The Last
PS4
of Us
game.
Part 2
Like,
features
it's
some
not
of the
that.
largest environments
It's
we've
very
ever
impressive, but more in terms of
Horseback riding will
detail
allow Ellie to
and in terms
quickly
of
cover some
scope.
of these expansive terrains.
But
Some
if you
streets
like
are
really
so
look
cluttered that
closely, you do
approaches are
still
hard
see
to
it's a
navigate.
PS4 game.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she
The
must
way
face
they
the
got
many
in
threats of
Twitch
this
when they
unknown
get
city.
stabbed is very brutal. Like, for me, that part where this part is, I don't know, man. If I'm ready for this, like, if every kill is, or like maybe not every kill, but still,
In the hospital.
We're in the hospital.
how she,
They're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
like, it's not for the faint of heart. Like, of course she tries to protect herself. But why are we looking at this again? And then she's like, oh. It gets you, I think. I'm not sure if you can play this game for 2 hours longer. Of course, we're all going to play this game in like for 5 hours straight, but I love the sound of the Vita. She was like grabbing not everything. I thought it was kind of weird. Let's skip ahead a little bit again. But yeah, what else is there to say? I mean, it's another game, and it's pretty insane how many games actually released this generation, right? I mean, The Last of Us kind of started the PS4 generation. Obviously, it released on PS3, but we got the remastered in 2014. Then Uncharted 4 already in 2016, like pretty soon after. And that was like even with troubled development, they would have likely released it earlier if Amy Hennig did not leave and stuff like that. And then we had The Lost Legacy, and now they're already releasing another game that looks phenomenal. So what the heck are they doing over there? And then we have Sucker Punch, and like nothing against them obviously, but they released the game in the during the first year of the a few months after the PS4 came out, and now they're launching it a month after The Last of Us. And we of course, I mean, Days Gone, Sony Band is even crazier in that regard. But yeah, the way the blood squirts, yeah. Wondering what she was listening to, like in terms of the video. I hope that you can pick it up. I hope that what Joyce said, that it's like a collectible or anything. That would be awesome. Oh, I like that. I think they already showed one of the accessibility options. What I really liked, and what Naughty Dog Games also did, I think mostly post-launch, that normally you have to like hit the button repeatedly after each other, but here we already saw that you could hold the button. So I'm sure, I don't know, but maybe that's like an accessibility option that is there from the start. So if you don't like button bashing, you can like switch it to holding the button instead, and I prefer that myself. Time to replay the first one. You still got time, Lazy Batman. You still got time. Tomb Raider was better bow though. Yeah, Dan, I remember that Tomb Raider bow for sure. I think the Ghost of Tsushima bow looks really, really good. Like obviously it's like a shotgun arrow where the enemy is like pushed back, but I think that looked very satisfying. And it's just insane that we get this game, and then not even a month later we have Ghost of Tsushima. Like, what the heck are they thinking? And then at the end of this year, the PS5 with a few exclusives likely.
Nora, I'm not going down.
I really hope they can keep like the track of like releasing 2 big AAA games per year. Like that's been sort of the routine they've been going on. And next year would then be Horizon 2 and Spider-Man, you would think, right? If yeah, COVID of course did not really push it further away. I think I've seen enough. I hope everyone had a great time. Thanks for watching. It's always fun that you choose to watch these types of streams with me. Yeah, the game is almost out. Yeah, stay away a little bit from the internet.
Put that shit down.
Put that shit down. I love that.
You remember me?
Yeah, so what I was saying, like, this is the hospital. So is this likely where Ellie got like, is this? Like from the ending? Maybe she wants to figure out answers or something because Joel of course lied to her. I think it's over here.
There's a cost.
Here. And I love again that they redid everything. Like,
They were actually
was this in that hospital that we saw? I'm not sure.
The only catch.
Yeah, it's in Seattle. It's different, right? Yeah. Okay, thanks everyone for joining again. I'm gonna play The Last of Us right now. Yeah, I will review it. So keep it locked for that. I will be reviewing the game June 12th. It will be up on the channel. And yeah, I have way more videos coming. I expect the PS5 announcement tomorrow. If it's indeed next week. So, yeah. That's gonna be good. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get a review copy. Very happy with that. So I can provide you with a review and tips and tricks if that's necessary for this game. And exciting times. Like this summer should be, apart from like not being able to go on any holidays, in terms of games, it should be pretty fun. So it's actually cool that we got like 2 big games from Sony releasing, I think. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay safe out there. Goodbye.